So I wanted to take a moment to kind of take the gloves off and talk about Black Lives Matters. You know, the thing is, fundamentally, I I I uh, I support the African American community, and just hands down, fundamentally, I just don't support the tactics, and I don't support their cause being used by other people to gain power. That cause has power in and of itself. It's not part of a power structure. And I don't see why, for the life of me, you're starting an offensive war against the people you have not sat down at a diplomatic table with to address your grievances. We had the opportunity to do that with the Platinum Plan. And now, before any diplomatic movements, there's an offensive. Why is that? You're not willing to actually talk about it. You just want war. And that I stand against. But I don't believe that's part of Black Lives Matters. I believe that's part of something else that's attached. Maybe those Hollywood elites, maybe those Portland elites, maybe the matriarchs. I don't know. Maybe it's the cabal, Satan worshiping, whatever. Who cares what name you want to call them? Fundamentally, Black Lives Matters is just straight up true about pretty much like a whole lot of things. There's no man on the face of this planet that's been oppressed worse than the black man. Not in America. In America, it's terrible. And it says it is systematic. But this is all done through economics. It's nothing personal against you because you're an African American. It has to do with the fact that you're just one of the poor people, and the poor people are fucked by the rich people. And that's just how it works. That's capitalism. And that's the raw truth. But yeah, man, the war on drugs decimated the black population. All this shit's been decimating the black population, all of it. The economic suffering, it's the people at the bottom who suffer the most. Of course they hate you. Of course. And that's why I support reparations. I support breeding black. In my own life. Because I care about my children. I love my children. I don't want my children to be born into a world where they're treated with racism and hatred. I don't want them to be born into that world. That would be a completely selfish choice. There's a whole lot wrong with what's going on right now. But Black Lives Matter ain't a part of that. It just isn't. I think it's really important for everybody to understand, and I'm not just liberal in that way. And it's not just like I'm fucking talking out my ass. I've actually made substantial fucking movement in my life to stand behind my fucking choices, including taking my felony. I did that because I knew a poor black man could not buy his way out of that crime. I talked to Thomas Blumenthal, he'll fucking tell you that. Married interracially, just on and on and on with all that. The breeding black being the latest incarnation of what I believed it would be to have a family in today's environment. And it turns out that turns out to be pretty fucking true now, doesn't it? It turns out to be pretty well founded. It's not just that, it's the whole idea of trans. I'm liberal in a whole lot of ways. Taking care of the homeless. A lot of people are liberal in that way and come into the conservative movement now because they realize it's all power and control and bastardization, and more people are going to be hurt. More people are going to be killed. And if you speak out against it, you could possibly become one of those people. It's literally living in a state of fear. I'm not going to live in a state of fear, man. All this shit is unnecessary. Look at the societies in Scandinavia. They did this without having to kill a bunch of fucking people. This is all racial hatred that derives from resentments. This is all poor psychology of broken individuals put out onto the healthy individuals of this society. You're asking to be carry their weight. That is absolutely, and they're telling you you're going to have to do that. Now you got no fucking choice. And what I say is we always got choice.